Today, we're jumping into an absolutely epic fantasy story. It's all about a single warrior who has to save her entire nation. But this isn't just another survival tale. Oh no, this story really makes you think about culture shock and what it even means to be strong. And this one line, this is it. This is the heart of the whole story. The last elder of her tribe says this to her, and you have to understand, she's not being poetic. It's the literal truth. The weight on Hundra's shoulders right from the start is just immense. So what happened was, her entire tribe, a society of fierce women warriors who live apart from men, was completely wiped out in this brutal attack. She is quite literally the only one left. The elder calls her the last ember of their fire. And that's where her journey begins, with this desperate, almost impossible quest.
So the elder's final instruction is this wild paradox. To save her people from the men who destroyed them, Hundra has to go among those very men, find a partner, and have a daughter to carry on their line.
And right away, you see her huge internal conflict. I mean, she is a warrior, the best in her tribe, and she has completely rejected men. As she puts it, she prefers the feel of a horse between my legs. So the one act that can save her people is the one thing she swore she would never, ever do. So she heads out, and this inner battle, well, it just gets cranked up to 11 as she crosses into a world where the rules are the complete opposite of everything she's ever known. Okay, so check out this culture clash. It is jarring. In her world, women are leaders. They're the warriors. But in the city of the bull, they're literally called cattle. They're property. Her entire worldview, where strength means being self-sufficient, gets flipped completely on its head. And, it's no surprise that her independence is seen as a massive threat there. After she easily fights off a few guys who try to attack her, she gets overwhelmed and captured. Her destination? The temple, a place where so-called wild women are broken and taught how to serve men. And this, right here, this is where Hundra faces her real test. It's not a battle of swords, it's a battle of wills, of intense psychological warfare. Inside this temple, she ends up forming this really important and totally unlikely alliance with another captive named Trakima, and they could not be more different. Trakima's whole strategy is quiet obedience. Hundra only knows defiance, so they're forced to start learning from each other. You see, for Trakima, it's all about endurance, not resistance. She does what she has to protect her secret son that she's hidden in the city, and she tries to convince Hundra that to survive in this place, you just have to bend. You have to do what they say. But Hundra, she sees things differently. She looks at what Trakima's doing and thinks, that's not survival, that's just a slow death. So she starts planting these little seeds of rebellion, teaching her that if you really want to survive, you have to fight back. It's this amazing clash of ideas. So this alliance and this whole degrading experience in the temple, it forces Hundra to start questioning everything she thought she knew about strength and what it's really going to take to complete her mission. She's starting to realize that her skills as a warrior, her mastery of the sword, it's just not enough here. She's going to need a totally different kind of strength. She has to adapt, but she's determined to do it on her own terms. And she does it. She remembers this kind healer she met earlier, a man named Petraire, and she seeks him out. She takes control. She chooses her partner not for his aggression, not for being the biggest warrior, but for his gentleness. And with him, she fulfills the first part of her quest. She becomes pregnant. This quote just says it all, doesn't it? It perfectly captures her transformation. She's discovered a new power, one that's found in connection, not in conflict. For a warrior who saw all men as the enemy, this is a profound, profound shift. And just as she has this incredible breakthrough, her newfound strength is immediately put to the ultimate test in the story's final climactic showdown. Remember that high priest, Nepidkin, the guy who has been trying to break her this whole time? Well, he makes his final move. He does the worst thing imaginable and seizes her newborn daughter. He threatens the very future she has fought so hard to create. He demands total, absolute submission. He tells her to bow down before the symbol of his city and his gods, or her child will be killed. It is absolutely brutal. He's taking her new source of strength, her love for her child, and twisting it into a weapon to use against her. But here's the thing he didn't count on. That little seed of rebellion that Hundra planted in Trakima, well, at this critical moment, it finally blooms. Inspired by Hundra's unbreakable defiance, Trakima rallies the other women, and they rise up. The whole temple just erupts in chaos.
And just like that, Hundra is no longer fighting alone. She battles through the pandemonium, grabs her daughter, and escapes the city. She's not just a survivor anymore. She's a mother, she's a leader, she's a symbol of freedom, finally on her way to found a new nation.
And the story leaves us on this powerful, provocative final thought. Hundra's journey, it turns out, wasn't just about saving one tribe. It was about awakening a universal potential for strength and defiance. It's a legacy, the story suggests, that's inside all